If there's one invention that's completely transformed the way Americans eat, it's canned food. Spam, canned tuna, and canned tomatoes stand out as iconic staples that bring convenience, flavor, and versatility to everyday meals. These canned goods offer quick and delicious solutions, making it easier than ever to prepare satisfying dishes in the fast-paced rhythm of modern life. Today, in the non-stop series about canned food, Captain Discovery will guide you through the fascinating journey of how these staples are made. Stick around until the end of each part as we unveil some mouth-watering dishes using these versatile canned foods. So, what are you waiting for? But don't forget to like and subscribe to Captain Discovery for fascinating processes from around the world. The history of Spam meat. Spam was first made in 1937 by the Hornell Foods Corporation in the United States. It was created as a way to use pork shoulder, a cut of meat that was not very popular at the time, and to provide an affordable, long-lasting food option. During World War II, Spam became a key food for soldiers because it didn't need refrigeration and could be easily transported. It was shipped to troops all over the world, and many countries were introduced to Spam through the US military. After the war, Spam remained popular in American households because it was cheap, easy to cook, and could be used in many recipes. It also became a common food in places like Hawaii, Guam, and the Philippines, where it is still enjoyed today. Spam is known as a classic American product, often used in breakfast sandwiches and fried dishes. Over 9 billion cans have been sold, and its popularity continues around the world. The first step in making Spam meat, Spam. Step 1. Meat selection and grinding. It begins with carefully selecting high-quality cuts of pork and ham. Typically, pork shoulder is chosen because it offers a good balance of lean meat and fat, which is essential for achieving the signature texture of Spam. Once the meat is trimmed, it is chilled to a low temperature. Chilling not only preserves the freshness of the meat, but also makes the grinding process smoother by firming up the texture. The meat is then fed into large industrial grinders, where it is processed into a fine, uniform consistency. This step is crucial because the texture of the ground meat determines the smoothness of the final Spam. Step 2. Mixing and seasoning. After the meat is ground, it is moved to large mixers. Ingredients like salt, sugar, potato starch, and sodium nitrate are added. Salt helps preserve the meat and enhances the flavor. Potato starch binds the meat together, giving Spam its firm texture. Sugar adds a slight sweetness, and sodium nitrate keeps the meat safe and helps it keep its pink color. Water is mixed in to keep the meat moist and easy to handle. The mixture is blended thoroughly until everything is evenly combined and smooth. Step 3. Filling and canning. Once the meat mixture is ready, it is transferred to automated filling machines. These machines carefully portion the paste and fill each can with the exact amount needed. The cans are then sealed immediately to prevent contamination and ensure the meat stays fresh. This sealing process also locks in the flavor and moisture. After that, each can is inspected to make sure it is properly filled and sealed without leaks, and then moved to the cooking stage for further processing. Step 4. Cooking and cooling. After processing, the cans are now sealed and moved to large steamers or pressure cookers for cooking. High heat is used to fully cook the meat and kill any bacteria, making the Spam safe to eat and long-lasting. As the cans heat up, the meat mixture inside firms up and takes its final shape. This step is important for both safety and texture. Once the cooking is done, the cans are quickly cooled to stop further cooking and keep the right consistency. After cooling, the cans move. Step 5. Labeling and packaging. The cans move to the labeling section where automated machines apply labels, making sure they are straight and securely attached. Each label includes important information like the product name, ingredients, and expiration date. The cans are then packed into boxes or crates for shipping. Quality checks are done to confirm the correct number of cans and detect any damaged products. The packaged Spam is prepared for delivery to stores and customers. Some food made from Spam. Spam's versatility and long shelf life have made it a beloved ingredient in kitchens around the world. First, we have spam musubi, a popular snack that combines fried spam glazed with soy sauce and sugar, placed on top of rice and wrapped in seaweed. It's a delicious and portable treat, often enjoyed at picnics or as a quick bite. Or you can try spam fried rice, a quick and flavorful dish made by frying diced spam with vegetables, eggs and rice. Now we're moving to the next part where we explore another canned favorite, canned tuna. Canned tuna became popular in the United States in the early 1900s because it was a cheap and easy way to get protein. Before that, people mostly ate fresh or salted fish. But by 1903, companies in California started canning tuna to meet the growing demand for long-lasting seafood. During the 1910s and 1920s, more people bought canned tuna because it was less expensive than canned salmon. Its light taste and ability to be used in many recipes made it a favorite in American homes. By the 1930s and World War II, canned tuna became even more important because it could last a long time and was easy to send to soldiers and families. After the war, dishes like tuna salad and tuna casserole became very popular, helping tuna stay a regular part of American meals. Today, the United States is one of the biggest buyers of canned tuna. People like it because it's affordable, easy to use, and can be made into many quick and healthy meals. Step 1. Catching and transporting tuna. The process starts with large fishing vessels going out to sea to catch tuna. Fishermen use methods like purse seining, long lining, and pole and line fishing, depending on the type of tuna and fishing location. After being caught, the tuna is immediately placed in large tanks filled with ice or chilled sea water to keep it fresh. Fishing vessels are equipped with freezing or cooling systems to maintain the proper temperature throughout the trip. When the vessels arrive at port, the tuna is swiftly transported to the factory for the next stage of processing. At the factory, the tuna is... Step 2. Cleaning and cooking the tuna. It is unloaded and carefully inspected for quality. Each fish is cleaned thoroughly to remove scales, blood, and any unwanted parts. The cleaned tuna is then steamed or boiled whole in large industrial cookers. This cooking process helps retain the natural flavor and nutrients of the fish. Also, it helps soften the flesh and reduce excess oils. Want to be surprised? Watch till the end to know some cool dishes made from canned tuna. The cooled fish is moved to a... Step 3. Filleting and canning. In the filleting area, workers or machines carefully remove the skin, bones, and darker portions of the meat. Only the light and tender parts of the tuna are kept for canning. The cleaned and prepared tuna is then portioned and packed into cans by automated machinery. Depending on the product, liquids such as water, oil, or brine is added to the cans to keep the tuna moist and flavorful. Once the cans are filled, they are sealed tightly to protect the contents from contamination. The sealing process locks in freshness and prevents air or bacteria from entering. Step 4. Sterilizing and packaging. The sealed cans are placed in large pressure cookers or steam chambers for sterilization. High temperatures are used to kill any bacteria and make the tuna safe for long-term storage without refrigeration. After sterilization, the cans are cooled to stop further cooking and prepare them for labeling. Machines then apply labels that include the product name, ingredients, and expiration date. Finally, the labeled cans are packed into boxes or crates ready to be distributed to stores and customers. Some food cooked with canned tuna. Canned tuna is a pantry staple loved for its convenience and versatility in creating delicious meals. One popular option is the tuna melt, an American favorite that layers creamy tuna salad with gooey melted cheese on toasted bread. It's a warm, satisfying dish that's perfect for a quick and hearty lunch. Another classic is tuna casserole, a baked comfort food combining tender pasta, canned tuna, cream of mushroom soup, and sweet peas. This nostalgic dish has long been a go-to for family dinners and potlucks. Wait, we're not done yet, because next is the secret behind the delicious spaghetti or lasagna. These are canned tomatoes. The history of canned tomatoes. Canned tomatoes have been part of the American kitchen since the mid-1800s, when people started using canning to keep food fresh longer. As cities grew, canned food became important because it was easy to store and use, and tomatoes were popular because they were tasty and could be used in many dishes. By the late 1800s, many families kept canned tomatoes at home to use in the winter when fresh vegetables were hard to find. They were easy to add to soups, stews and sauces, making cooking faster and simpler for busy households. In the 1900s, big companies like Campbell and Hunt's made canned tomatoes even more popular by selling products like tomato soup and sauces. Canned tomatoes became important during hard times like the Great Depression and World War II because they were cheap and lasted a long time. Today, canned tomatoes are still used in many American recipes, from classic comfort foods to dishes from around the world. They are popular because they save time and help keep the flavors of summer all year long. Step 1. Harvesting and transport. In the United States, most tomatoes used for canning are grown in California, specifically in the Central Valley. This region has the perfect climate, warm, sunny days and cool nights, which helps tomatoes grow evenly and ripen fully. Large farms use mechanical harvesters to pick the tomatoes quickly and efficiently when they are at their peak ripeness, usually between July and October. These machines can harvest acres of tomatoes in a single day, ensuring they don't over-ripen in the field. After harvest, the tomatoes are loaded into large containers or bins to protect them during transport. And did you know that California produces about 95% of the processed tomatoes in the US and around 35% of the world's canned tomatoes? Step 2. Inspection and sorting. When tomatoes reach the factory, they are taken off the trucks and prepared for cleaning. The tomatoes are washed to get rid of dirt, leaves, and anything left from the farm. Machines and conveyor belts move the tomatoes along the line. Workers or machines look for bad or damaged tomatoes and take them out. The good tomatoes are sorted by size and ripeness. If you like this content, subscribe to Captain Discovery. After sorting, the tomatoes are... Step 3. Blanching and peeling. The tomatoes are sent to blanching machines where they are quickly boiled or steamed. This helps loosen the skin, making it easier to remove. After blanching, the tomatoes are cooled down by spraying them with cold water. Special machines gently peel off the skin without damaging the tomato. Any leftover bits of skin are washed away. Step 4. Processing and filling. After peeling, the tomatoes are cut into the desired shapes, such as whole, diced, or crushed. They are then cooked in large vats to soften them and enhance their flavor. Sometimes ingredients like salt, citric acid, or herbs are added for flavor or preservation. The cooked tomatoes are carefully transferred into sterilized cans using filling machines. These machines ensure each can is filled to the right level with minimal air inside. Once filled, the cans are sealed tightly to keep the tomatoes fresh and safe for long-term storage. Some food cooked with canned tomatoes. Here are 2 delicious meals that you can try at home with canned tomatoes. Chili is a staple in American cuisine, especially popular in the southern and southwestern regions. It's often enjoyed at tailgates, cook-offs, and family gatherings, reflecting the hearty and communal spirit of American cooking. Or you can try shakshuka with its vibrant presentation and use of canned tomatoes and eggs that'll make it a favorite in trendy cafes and home kitchens. Conclusion. So that's the end of the journey of making Spam canned tuna and canned tomatoes. If you want to explore anything in the world with us, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Captain Discovery. See you again.